Hello, hello, hello. How is everybody? Just checking out the chat. I'm trying this using Restream, if that isn't immediately obvious. I've got on Twitch and YouTube at the same time. So I'm going to be looking at chat and referring to chat for both sides for no obvious reason. How is everybody? How are you doing? How's me audio? Is it coming through alright? Still have the big old microphone on its boom. I was going to try a headset, but yeah. Oh look, somebody playing the game badly. It's probably going to be me. So we got all the usual suspects. Oh my goodness, it's like a who's who of peeps. Hello, Python user. Congratulations on being first on YouTube. We've got Rob Human, the other Rob. That's not me. There's another one. He's also human and on his lunch break. What are you having for your 4 PM lunch break, Rob? Over on YouTube we have Casual Dutchman. Hello, Peter. Lovely to see you. And Zach. Thank you. I'm glad the sound's good. I think that's code for making tea in British Coding Talk. Yes. Yes, it is. Hello. Thank you for coming. Lovely to see you. I hope you're keeping well. Long time, I haven't heard from you. I hope everything's all right with you, sir. Scarefuls, good evening. Checking in there, and audio's fine on YouTube. Fantastic. Lovely. Well, I'm delighted that I've got... I mean, it's the first time I've tried restreaming. It's quite weird. I'm using all my monitors, and rather than having Unity windows on each monitor, half of them are doing stream things. It's slightly distracting seeing my own massive head. I'm recording YouTube videos. I don't have to deal with any of that nonsense. So you're having Five Guys for lunch? Oh, well, good luck with that, Rob. I hope it's the burger joint, but you know, it might be something else. And thanks for the sound check there, Zach. That's much appreciated. Hello, Cherry Volts. Welcome, Melanie. So I'm going to be deving in a moment. I'll let me pop over to the main scene and I'll explain what's going down. If I can remember how to do that, let's try this. Hey, that's slick, isn't it? Right. So this, I've done some play testing with my son, the Bean Man. For those who are on the Discord, my son is excellent at play testing because he doesn't hold back. Be an understatement. We found some things wrong. One of the things that's wrong is that the Steam algorithm is a little bit touchy. It doesn't always work. So I've put in a whole bunch of logging, but we're not really going to be looking too much at that this evening. Lovely sip, of course, very important. For those who don't know, this mug is from Iris John Games, who is a fantastic streamer over on Twitch. If anything, he's the one who spurs me on to do this sort of stuff. So, hello, John, if you're watching. So yes, so I'm going to be looking into some of the other bugs, and we're going to be trying to fix a couple. Some of them are classic, and I may not be able to reproduce them, but you know, it'd be fun for a stream for a couple of hours. Let's pop back into chat. So, Skeffel says, yes, it's best to hide your playback when making a video. I get distracted looking at my ugly mug if I don't. Well, I understand that, Skeff. I mean, I'm much the same. It's difficult. Or you end up, if you're using the camera on your phone like I do, you end up looking at the picture of yourself and not down the lens. You must always look down the lens. One line. Oh, hello there. Welcome on in. This is nice. You watching one of mine rather than the other way round, giving you a break. Casual Dutchman says, even having a brain rot gameplay video in the top right. Great for appealing to the younger audience. Brain rot gameplay video? That's the trailer, Peter. That's the trailer. What? Brain rot. Oh my goodness. Hey. Oh, stabbed through the heart. my God, my old YouTube buddy, Brain Rot. If I could make Brain Rot videos and do them well, then I would be something of a rich fellow by now, I'd like to imagine. Anyway. Right. So what? Yeah. Well, I'm glad you like it. One line over on Twitch. It's lovely to be here. In a sense, Irish John having a bit of a break means that I don't just sit and watch him for the evening, which is what normally happens. Skeville says, I got a teleprompter. It's not really an issue for me anymore. I just see what I want to say. Well, that's a really good idea. I could try going for a teleprompter. I stopped scripting because I ended up being a bit overly specific about my scripts, and I don't think it was helping me get videos made. So I've moved to a more bullety point ramble fest for my videos, and of course they've gone down in quality as a side effect of that. At what price, Rob? At what price? Yes, quite right, Rob. I'm going to have to call you human or something, because it's going to make it sound like I'm talking about myself in the third person. Righty. So here's the scene, for those who've not seen before. The clomper scene is split up into two bits. We've got the main clomper which you run around in, and then there's another kind of piece of scene that's up top that is the actual where the proxy, which is the little ladybird where that runs around in. The first bug I'm going to be... I've got a bug called tea pouring is disappointing. So, it is, but I'm not going to fix that tonight. That's going to require quite a lot of brain. Oh yes, let's try this one. Okay, so I have this problem at the moment. Oh, I actually have Clomper running at the moment. That's curious. When did I kick this off? I think this is the latest build, probably. Let's see if I can get my machine to chug along. 04282. No, that is an old one. So let's have a new build started off while I catch up with chat. Oh, where did the build window go? No build window. Oh, it's over there. Of course it is. So let's just do a build and run, and let's have that going in the background. We'll select the build folder. It's just the latest one. I could run it through Steam, but I don't have Steam running at the moment. Clomper detects if Steam is running, and then it says, you're running in Steam, therefore you want to play through Steam. And that's great if you're actually, running it through Steam, but it's a bit of a pain if you're just testing. I'm not currently using multiplayer play mode to do my multiplayer testing. I'm using the builds. There's not really a good reason for it. Just I had a few problems running it and I need to update the packages, so that's not for tonight. Back to chat. Cherry says, your videos have still been good with the changes in format, in my opinion. Oh, well, thank you very much. I appreciate that. I hope to do them more often. I think that's the aim, really. Derek, hello. Good to see you. Long time no see. Hope you're keeping well, sir. And yes, and it was serious, Jerry, quite right. Peter, have a nice one. I'll go get some sleep before our child wakes us up at 5. Oh my goodness. Casual Dutchman, do get some sleep. I remember those days until recently. So good luck with that. How many instances of the app do I have open? Dev Paints. Yes. Well, normally I have to have 2 open. A host and a client. So, build completed with the result of failed. With the result of failed. That's a really roundabout way of saying the build failed. Why did it fail? Oh. Burst generated DLL with output. Copying the file process. Oh, it couldn't copy the file because there was already one running. Fine. If you have a build running, then it won't be able to copy the DLLs over, will it? That's the oldest trick in the book. I'd like to all congratulate me because I did a wonderful thing. I managed to get through May the 4th, which was yesterday, without buying any Star Wars Lego. And I'm very proud of myself and ever so slightly smug. Because usually I end up in a toy shop and I have Star Wars Lego in my hand, and I just have to buy it. So, well done me. It's such first world problems, isn't it? I managed to not buy Star Wars Lego. Right, is that still complaining at me, or is that from the last time it tried to run? Let's clear that. Try again. Hope it's not actually still running anywhere. Look, all the windows have got open. They've got 100. Let's try. Go on, go for it. You know you want to. Just build it. Stop moaning. I could build it into a different location. Or is this? I had another bug, which we may have just accidentally reproduced, where it would appear to close, but it wouldn't actually close, like there was a memory leak. So I think there might be a memory leak, but again, not for tonight. Ooh. So is it running? Let's open up the old task. So it thinks it's running. There it is. Ooh, that's strange. Why do you think you're running, Mr. Clomper? You're not running there. You're not running as an app. It looks like it's as a background process. There's a bug in there somewhere. I'm going to end that one, but I'm pretty sure. I'm just going to add that onto there. I'm pretty sure that means that there's a memory leak. I'm just writing a bug up for it. How would I describe this? Memory leak means that it doesn't close properly. That'll do. When writing up brief notes for bugs, as long as I understand them in the future, that's the main thing. Right, now we can build that one again. Build. Off you go. And back to chat. Rob says, I too actually like the Rambley style. Feels more earnest and relatable. You seem to have a knack for. I'm just going to get up there and talk for a bit. Yes, that's often my problem. Human, that's often my issue. Python says, how do I pronounce that? Is that Python? Python. Same for me actually, but they'll wake up sooner. Oh no, I'll watch it tomorrow. Well, thank you Python for dropping in. Much appreciated being there at the start. Best of luck with your sleep. Oh, I remember those days vividly because they were January. For one app I made, there's an Easter egg where the Tatooine sun scene shows up in the background of the app, but only on May the 4th. Well, that's lovely. Has anyone reported it to you and said, oh, I've spotted that you're doing this thing, or has it gone largely under the radar? That's the question. I should check out this Discord screenshot a bit later. I'm a bit worried about accidentally doxing people by doing that. Aleka says, I'm listening to the stream in earphones to lower the pressure my internal boiler while trying to get two fiery sprites into their beds. Oh, I seem to have chosen the ultimate time when all the parents are like, just, oh God, go to bed. And there will be a pause at just gone 10 when Chaos Engine, my number 2 offspring unit, will be going to bed and will want a hug. And then, I don't know, she punched me in the bum or something. She does things like that. If only you could do something like that for Clomper. Yes. Yeah, I'd love to put in Easter eggs, but any content that isn't absolutely necessary can't go in, or this will never happen. Derek says, I never remember the brief descriptions if they're too brief. I'm completely with you there, sir. Absolutely. And you've got some haze over the years. That's fantastic. That's fantastic. Right, let's see if this version of the old Clomper is going to run up with the right version, which should say 0502.1. The versioning mechanism I'm using is the most janky. Very difficult to see on stream. But I have 24, which is the major version of the game. And that usually means I've released, like I've said, right, that's a piece that's done. And it's gone out. And it's now, like, a feature is complete and I'm happy with it. So that's like a major release. And then I put the date in backwards, 2025, 0502. So I did this 3 days ago, was the last playtest I ran. And then I put a 1 on the end, or a 2, or a 3, depending on how many builds I do in a day. But that build then gets synchronized up with Steam, and it also gets a tag in GitHub, so I can always know where I am. Right, there's one. And now, using the magic of my computer not crashing, hopefully, because I do this regularly just like for testing, but doing it with OBS running is a different kettle of frogs. Don't put frogs in a kettle, please. Right, over on the left one, we're going to be host. This is hosty, and that seems to be running all right. I'm not sure if you can hear the fans of my computer starting up, but they get very excited. And now I'm going to join, and because I'm not running in Steam, it's going to let me join as a LAN game. Oh, it's interesting now that the Windows... Ooh! Unity is capturing all the events now. Didn't used to do that. This I like. Right, now, this bug is where, if I'm in the client over here, or I fell in the pit, this pit, this pit where the crucible is, where you look for scrap from the outside, I fall into that on a regular basis. There's nothing to be done. It's a nightmare. Anyway, so I'm running around here. If I press escape, that will take me to the menu. If I press escape again... Oh, it's not doing it now. Well, that was quitting out before. Why are you not... It won't do it on the host because it was something that I spotted. Well, that's weird. So the first bug that I've tried to fix this evening, I've already fixed. Christ December. Yes. Semantic versioning is a beautiful thing. And I think the best thing you could do is kind of brutalise it a little bit and then mess with it. I know that for lots of products, it's a very bad idea to version things with a year number. But I get that. And it's caused product owners to weep. Fair enough. But in this case, I think I'm all right. The first big version is the one that most people are going to care about. Notice also I've put a lot of effort into my character design. There's Rob over on the host and Rob over on the client. There you go. So it's a classic green pill. I have got character designs. No, I'm not going to share them. That will have to come later. Railings, never heard of them. That's right. And Miss Rob, you're right to say, in true Star Wars fashion, Railings, never heard of them. And if you ever played any of the old Dark Forces games, which probably back in the last millennium, falling off the edge was something that happened on a regular basis. But you could also push people off the edge. But no health and safety was... I mean, the Empire just shut that down. Cheery. I always get way more wary when a bug disappears without me doing anything specific about it. What if it comes back later? Absolutely. Now, I'm going to leave my bug report in there, Cheery, because that's a absolutely fair point. But I think it might be something to do with the fact I was running with the Steam overlay. I'm not sure what that would change, but that's fine. So we'll leave that bug for now. I'll pop back to my bug lists and I'll give that one another go another time. Okay. Next one. Oh yeah. Right. This was a good one. Right, this one I'm pretty sure is a bug. So I'm in a client, and if I'm in the client, I can go to photo mode, which is lovely. It allows you to zoom around. And also, we shall take this opportunity I'm just going to make these slightly larger. I don't think I need to see the console log for this because I'm pretty sure that this will be an easy bug to spot. Right, so I'm in photo mode here. Photo mode is wonderful. If you're game dev and you're putting a game together, do photo mode because you can get all sorts of wonderful shots that you can't really with the player character. Oh look, there's Bernie. All right, Bernie. Okay. But I can also bounce to the outside. And I can do long sweeping shots of the Clomper as it's moving. Really good for that. But this bug is... Oh, hang on a minute. Am I... Oh, that's... Oh, yeah, there's a weird issue with the escape key in photo mode. Oh, that's because... Oh, this is another bug. Okay. This is... This is another one. But I know what this one is. I just haven't written it down. Hang on a minute. Let me add this one in as well. This one's great. Photo mode. back into Clomper. Right. Right, this bug is wonderful. So we'll fix this one now because, oh, there's flying things in here. Go away, flying things. No. So this bug is wonderful. Go away. Go away, there's brighter things behind me. The moth isn't flying towards the bright green screen behind me. It's flying at me. Anyway, this bug. So when you're in photo mode and you go and look at the clomper, it automatically locks onto the clomper. So under normal circumstances, it will lock on. So you can zoom out and have a look around, but it's always looking, keeping the centre of the clomper in focus, which is kind of lovely and works brilliantly. But then if you bounce back into the inside of the clomper, then you're still looking at the clomper itself, the proxy. And the reason for that is that the real world is up here, way above the clomper. It's all the way up here, so it's still looking at the clomper, but it's way up there. But we'll oh, hello, I've got the, oh. So yes, I can show you in here now. So if we went, oh well, no, we can't see it. We can't see it in the photo mode because I changed how the cameras work, so it doesn't even render it. Interesting. Okay, but that's a bug. Let's fix that one. Let's actually do some game dev. Let's do that one. Okay. So back into here. Did I remember to open up Visual Studio this time? Yes, I did. Let's close all this nonsense. That's me trying to find some other stuff. And this time we want the photo mode camera. Probably that one. Yes. Oh, naughty. I had using statements that weren't being used. I know that my code style is going to trigger some people, so if you find it upsetting, please do comment. What have we got going on? So, Rob, you always love that game. Also X-Wing. Oh, X-Wing. I did prefer TIE Fighter. I can't remember why. Does that make me a baddie? Does that make me a bad person? Or was it better? I don't remember. But I did definitely prefer it. I think there might have been just more involved in it. Rob also says, and the often overlooked Star Wars Rebellion. I never played that one. Star Wars Supremacy in the UK. Yeah, it's not one I played with. Zach, yes, Endless Bugs. TIE Fighter was the GOAT. It was, thank you, Derek. I'm remembering that correctly. And Lau, lovely to see you. I am alive, mostly. Well, from the neck up. Rob, I was convinced for a second you had gotten yourself into gimbal lock with the camera. Yes, that's what it looks like, but it's not. It's actually looking at the other one. So let's make the code a bit larger because I'm old. And this is going to be, oh, some of this is nasty. Let's just look at these signatures. Right, here we go. If we're jumping to the player, we want it also to not be locked on anymore. So we want to stop the lock on. Stop that nonsense. And we want to have locked is false, because we don't want it to be locked. We also probably don't want it to follow either. That could be quite funny. We can test this in the editor too. Oh, it's going to reload the domain now, which isn't too bad. Isn't too bad. So what we do is we'll test this photo mode. It will have fixed that other bug, but this could be quite funny. If I've got it locked on and the clomper's moving, then the camera's just going to leave. It's going to leave the inside. Let me now. All right, Bernie. Sorry for messing you about this evening. Come on, come over here. I know. Sit you down. There we go. Stay. Stay. If he doesn't stay, that's another bug. TIE Fighter was better, was it, Rob? Excellent here. Yeah, I agree. You still use light mode with all the kids? No, Derek, you're not still using light mode. Oh dear. Well, there's no accounting for taste, is there? So let's load in a very boring pipe network. Oh, wow. Oh, this is the slightly better boring pipe network. I thought I'd lost that. Hey, well, that's good. Oh, yeah, I reverted a thing. That'd be why. Super. This is the boring pipe network, and this will allow us to clomp along. But first, I'm going to jump over to the photo mode. So we're in locked in mode here. We're also going to go to follow, which is annoying that there's nothing on the screen. I can live with that for now. We'll come back into here. Oh, I think it already has moved a little. So has it? Where is the photo mode camera? Let's go on a tour. Let's see okay, so this is brilliant. So the photo mode camera is still looking at the clomper. Right, super. But when I jump back in to the clomper, so if I press 1, it should now be back inside the clomper, but it's not. It's still there floating in the real world because it's got follow mode on, and follow mode will be overriding the other one. Now you can't see the clomper at the moment because the camera thinks, don't look at the outside world, look at the inside world, which is down here, down all the way down there. There we go. Whee! Oh, too far. So you see the world is rendered above it. I'm letting you behind the curtain. It's awesome. So yes, there we go. I've let you behind the curtain. All the world's rendered above it, and the clomper is actually down here. I think my machines are beautiful, but don't get much of a look in because they're all under the floor. I might need to adjust that. Put a lot of work into those. Let's pop over to the chat. Oh my goodness, Ollie from Mashup Games, great to see you. Any chance you can make hot chocolate? Hot chocolate in the game? Hot chocolate? It's for brewing tea. It's for brewing tea, mate. You don't get a choice. This is not democracy. It's for... Wow. You need to go and have a long, hard talk to yourself, sir. Dear, oh dear. Allow instant ban for Derek for using light mode. I don't know whether I agree, but yes. Oh, and we've started to get some of the bots in over on Twitch, but I imagine some of my bots will kill those off, which is nice. Can't see for your gift there, but ain't you using Cinemachine? No, I'm not using Cinemachine because I'm glutton for punishment now. Because I'm a fool. It's that simple. Derek, always found it easier to see. Well, fair play. When I screen share, everyone complains about their retinas. I would just put my glasses on. I'd put my shades on if you could do that to me. And you're not a tea drinker. Oh, well, do you want to know a secret? I'm not really either. This is herbal tea. It's not proper tea. The tea police are going to come and get me. When the tea alarm goes off at 3 o'clock every day, I make a herbal just to keep the police off my back. And bring out the banner. Yes. Yeah, I might just have to just see. I've never been important enough to warrant anyone bothering with bots, stream bots and the like. It's just not been necessary. Stream manager. Oh, why does it always show you 400? Don't put Jimbo. And this message can what? They are more. Rightio. Okie dokie. We've got some new followers. Sorry, I'm not very good at this. Tuvari, great to see you. If you're still listening, and Eric, hello, thank you for the new follows. Righty, okay. Now we're looking at this bug. So the camera's locked in, and I just need to make sure that when you're bouncing back and forth, that lock is false, and also we don't want to follow. Lovely. That'll be interesting to see if that still works. Interesting. So if we jump to the clomper proxy, if we jump up, Well, it's not doing it there. Or we don't use Beauty View at the moment. Interesting. Very curious. Right. Okay. Well, let's see if that works. Yeah, I think that's a bug in Unity. Sometimes the play button doesn't go back properly. Use the chat. Right this moment, I don't actually have any idea how to delete a message off the Twitch chat session. Still, it's just the one. It's fine. Alright. It's somewhere in here. It's somewhere in one of the hundreds of different windows inside Twitch. Anyway, it's not a problem. Cool, so we're back in the game. If I bounce over to the clomper and then back again, and I'm back in here. Oh, lovely. So is this still... Yeah, that's still the photo mode. Lovely. So you can bounce backwards and forwards and it doesn't lock up. That bug's done. That bug, that's done. Right. I'm going to build that bug in. Oh, it's a bit naughty fixing 2 bugs in one commit. Actually, it's too naughty for me. I can't do it. Right. This is how I commit. First of all, I look at my status. Ooh, there's a lot in here, isn't there? Okay, alright, okay. These are all extra debug messages. They're fine. There's nothing important in any of that. And then I'm going to add them, and I'm going to commit them. And I'm going to say, oh, hang on a minute. We're doing photo mode stuff, so I'm going to have to, so if I just pop over to here, I can show you this. So this is over in GitHub now. Oh, look, I was trying to find out the best way to multi-stream earlier, but not now. So I'm going to sign myself, which is hilarious, given it's just me. This is a bug. And I'm going to stick it in the milestone, which will be alpha test, which is the milestone we're at the moment. And I'm just going to write in here that also photo mode in proxy world must not log on. There we go. Super. Show mod controls on. Oh, thank you very much, peeps, over on Twitch for helping me out with this one. Okay. Me trying to work out how to use Twitch is something approaching hilarious. I can move this one up there. Whee! That was quick. Right. Oh. It's not showing me where to... Let me just read that again. Spammers are more common recently. Yes, that's very interesting, Chewy. Yeah, I've not seen it a lot on others. I think they have lots of mods. You might need to tell them show mod controls. But it's in the sprocket for chat. Right. Settings. Stream. And then lots of things I don't care about. Enable mod control, subscriber only. What? No, channel. Well, no, that's none of that is useful at all. I'm looking up because I have 100 monitors. It's the only way. All real devs have thousands of monitors. Right, okay. Manage stream together? No. Clip that. Edit stream info? No. Day 9. And Rob is now trying to work out how to turn on. Oh, can I do it from within this? Oh, because I do have a thingy. But no, it's not letting me do that on Restream. I'm using Restream this evening. Hopefully that will work. No, mod. We'll live with it for now. I'm only going to be on for another hour, so it'll be fine. You'll have to excuse me. I'll figure it out next time. Let's pop back over to chat. See if anyone else has told us any horrendous things, such as light mode. Turning on mod controls, yes, thank you. I have to ban at least one every hour, sometimes more in my friend's Twitch chat. Oh, cheery, that's horrible. It's super lame. Luckily, for the most part, they don't display by default because Twitch detects them. Likely scammer, likely ban evader, something like that. Oh, that's interesting. I see you got up on Unity 6, says Lau. That's new. Or was it NGO you haven't updated? Oh no, I've been on Unity 6 for a little while now. It was NGO that I haven't updated. But I will do after the alpha test, I'll go to 6.1. Peter, the casual Dutchman, tells me it's really good and gives you lots of performance boost without really doing very much, which I'm really, really interested in, obviously. Jerry, you don't need mod controls. If you click on someone's username, the thing will pop up, right? If I go over here and I go, no one there. Oh, so it does. Oh, and then I can just ban them. Oh, that's perfect. Thank you, Cherry. That was, oh, brilliant. I'm learning so much. Thank you so much. Yes, click on the username. Perfect. Thank you. Why can't you sub your channel on Twitch? Oh, maybe it's because I haven't got subs set up, Des. But thank you, mate. But I'll get this sorted for next time. Zach, oh, you're off. Bye bye. Oh yes, bye. But you're saying bye bye to the spammer. Oh yeah, sorry, not to me. I have done this once before. If you're using OS, there's a pretty good plugin to use for streaming to Twitch and YouTube. Oh right, lovely. Okay, so there was another one, but that scared me a little bit. Well, I'll check it out now that I have a bit more time. You have to get partner first, or is it affiliate, Zach? I wonder if you have to get affiliate first. Partner is a little bit more oomph. Anyway, let's just commit this before it's left hanging. So this has got debug logs in it. Debug logs for Steam. It's also gonna have in it photo mode, lock, follow, clears on. Inside Clumper. I haven't really got good names for this, but if I go 4 and then hash 802, 802 is the number up there of the issue, and if I push it, this fills me with joy, given that I've used many a system that doesn't let you do this. And then it links it on there, so you can see this and you go, that was the code that I just changed, and there's all the changes. It's fantastic. Just brilliant. Anyway, so really delighted. That's the first bit done. That wasn't really that was an extra little freebie bug, isn't it? Yeah. So the next thing I'm going to do is there was this other issue, which I can show you in the build. I think it has to be the build, actually. I think there has to be two. I think there has to be a client and a host, because I think the client. So what I'm doing is set up a host, get one running, nice and clear. Oh, my machine lags just a little bit. It's working quite hard. I'm going to join myself. The join location is not exactly where I wanted it to be, but it's fine. There we go. So, and now what I do is if I go into photo mode, I'm in the client on the right hand side, I go into photo mode, everything's fine, and I come out of photo mode, you can't see the other player. I love this bug. When I found this bug the other night, really worried me, because I could no longer see my son. It's like he disappeared. It's still there. It's still sort of working, but the graphics have been turned off. That's the next thing to fix. It's a classic. Let's pop back over. What kind of performance impact has all the C# span stuff had to Unity? None at all. And the reason for that is that what Unity does is cross-compile C# straight down to its own weird version of Mono and C++, which is a really neat way of doing it. So you're not really running Mono properly, nor are you running .NET Core or anything. So we're a bit slow in Unity land to pick up language stuff. This is all changing. They're moving on. They're moving over. So well, that's going to be nice. Looking forward to that. That's super. So yes, that's why Span hasn't come in just yet, but it will. Let me keep catching up with chat. Affiliate Zach, that's right. That's the first one you get. You get affiliate first and then partner. Of course. they've had to send me out an invitation in an envelope. On mode change, yes, on mode change. That would be a much better way. Thanks, Rob. Zach, Git is indeed awesome. Completely agree. Cheery, the requirement has changed since I got it, so I can't give you the numbers, but Twitch has some affiliate panel and some dashboard or channel page somewhere where you still need. That's right, yes, and I did see that recently. It popped up and I closed it and I went, I'm just trying to stream tonight. That's all I need. So, hello. Hang on a second. I just knew. Well, see, alt tabbing when you got 300 things open is non-trivial. Righty, I need that one open. There may be a pause in about 20 minutes when my daughter comes to say night-night, so you don't want to see that. She punches me in the face. It's horrible. All right, back to the chat. A grub, if you will. Yes, a little tiny bug, Rob. Yes, there needs to be more words for types of bug. And also, you know, the fact that this is a giant ladybird is a bit of a problem when you're dealing with bugs. I think the join location is perfect. Right in the middle, right over the iris. Yes. Feels like you should be able to leave it open for people to fall through. oh, I'm a little bit ahead of you, sir. I think you'll find you can already fall into the biggest iris that there is. So if I load this one up and I come over here to the lift, let's switch it on and let's put that one down. Let's jump in. Ah! Then it puts you back at the start again. I'll put an animation in there, but you can troll people. So if say the host is standing over here trying to work on the pipes, trying to work out what's going on, you as the client can come over and, well, you would normally be able to see the host, but of course that's the bug we're fixing. And then you can just say bye, and oh no, that's the other way. The lift's coming up. Let's put them down. So if the lift's, then they go bye then, and you can drop people in, but they just reset for the moment. I'll fix that. Oh, Kilted Ninja, lovely to see you. Oh my, hello there, my dear friend. It's great to see you. Thank you for coming. So yeah, so that's some horrors that you can do in. Rob, you love GIS, you miss it. I'll use CVS at work. Oh right, lovely. Yeah, the CVS I've used, I didn't hate it. The dev is treating me all right this evening. I do have a plethora of bugs off the last alpha test. Right, so this for this one, this means that we're still in the same file, I think. So when it enables, do I do all of this? Probably. No, it's not there. Ooh, I'm surprised it's not in here. It won't be awake. So this is the photo mode camera here. So, oh, is it? I'll be one of these. Maybe if I look at the whole thing. Right, we got the code quality annoying anyone at all? Fine? No? Yes, actually, Derek, people are using non-Git version control. And in things like when you're dealing with Unity files, it's actually sometimes not great. If you've got a lot of game assets, like particularly textures or 3D files, they don't merge well. So it can be quite difficult to work with those kind of large binary files. There are other ones that kind of do it slightly better, gotta say it. So yeah, there's horses for courses. I only use this because I do exactly the same thing at work, so I don't need to think. Don't make yourself think if you can avoid it. Kilted said, SVN's still kicking about. Yes, I know people are using SVN, but only at gunpoint. And Derek says, I don't feel so bad about light mode now. Light mode, mate. That's a different world. The thing is, I know people who do some really weird colouring for things and use odd cursive type beautiful fonts. You know, horses for courses. Righty. Okay, so there's nothing in here that's telling me to switch off. Switch off the. Well, there must be a reference to the player somewhere. Damping, locked, follow. What was it? Escape. There's escape menu. Beautiful. Come. What? So how, if it's not in here, then where does it switch off? What? What? Where does it switch off the player? Oh, player local, exit photo mode. Here we go. This is that. That'll be exit. There we go. Game object set active. There we go. So there'll be a set photo mode. There we go. That's a bit weird, isn't it? That should be enter photo mode, surely. What a strange thing to call it. That's bizarre. Well, my own naming system is weird. And there are some upsetting things that you're going to see if you're used to using Unity. I don't really use it like people normally do. I use it in an odd way, and I'll show you in a minute. Right, well that is enter photo mode and exit photo mode. shouldn't be called if the player is local. So it's saying that if their mode is default, so that's the player mode, so that's what you're seeing. This should only be if it's the local player. Oh, look at that. It's actually guessing it half correct. It's wrong, but it's not dreadful. Okay. So I want to just return off that, because you don't want any of that for any of the players that aren't the local player. Local player is just the player that you are, the client that you are. That should fix it. I really have given myself the easy bugs for this evening. So I organise my project using domain-driven design, which is upsetting to many people. Because in most projects, what you tend to do is you tend to... Oh, I'm just going to close a lot of these off. Sorry if it's terribly small for you. There's no way for me to make this bigger in an easier way. So the way I organise the actual files of my assets is I group them together by the type of thing that they are. So for example, the clomper here is a domain object. And in the clomper, it's got the body, and it's got damage, scrap, and all the stations. If we come into one of the stations here, let's pick the big one. So you can see this is like the Windows folder. In here, you can see that I've got the code next to the model, next to any materials, next to visual effects, or that's not the visual effect, that's a shader graph. Visual effects, animations, they all live together in the same place. So I don't have like a scripts place, and I don't have like a place for all the music or anything like that. They all live in their own place. So when I get more audio, the audio will go in here too. So that's how I organise my project. And it works for me, and it works for me at work as well. So I'm keeping it like that. So by grouping things into domain objects like that, it makes it a lot easier if you're deleting something. Like, am I still using this? Is this generic? There are some places where it falls down, so you need infrastructural things like the console. You need an audio manager, but the actual bits and pieces, the vast majority of it, is in this domain folder here. So yeah, that might upset a few. I've actually got a video on that I did 3 years ago that explains why I'm doing it and the problems that it goes to solve. Excuse me. Oh. Very dry this evening, probably because I've been talking for an hour. Usually not a problem. Anyway, let's see if we can build this one up. Let's have the build window back. Is that large enough, build window? It's a little bit showy. Let's get that building and I'll return to the chart. Oh, I wonder if we still have that bug where it was running in the background. No, lots of other guff. Oh, look, there's 4 of them running. That's a memory issue. It's got to be. Okay. That is a problem. It doesn't quit properly. Well, have a quick look, see? I just don't... Is it this crash pad handler? I'm not going to kill that. That might be owned. I'm not... I know some of you are thinking, oh, just open up Procmon. I'm not getting involved in Procmon at 10 o'clock at night. That's not this kind of stream. That's not where I'm at. Let's see if this builds. Lovely it is. So back to the chat over on YouTube. Yeah, Git doesn't like binaries so great. You're absolutely right. Afraid not. Down, you like ligatures, do you? Well, I do love a ligature, I'll be honest. But do you like proper swirly curly fonts? That's the question. So the agenda this evening, Kilty, is I've got a lot of bugs to fix. I did an alpha playtest with my eldest offspring, brilliant playtester, and he and I discovered a number of things. And before I'm working towards a demo, but before I get there, I need to make sure the vast majority of bugs are gone. So that's the main agenda. Rob says on YouTube, I know Mercurial is out there too, but I know nothing about it. It's been years since I've used it. Writing Unity is like a payment system. Yes, I am, Darren, exactly doing that, Des. I am writing Unity like it's a payment system or like an insurance system or a healthcare system. They're all the same. They're all the same thing. People can think they're different. Titan, Lord of Pizza, great to see you. I'm fixing the bug. What if I don't want to see any of your friends? Well, dear Lord, that's a fair point. I think if you don't want to see your friends, then just don't tell them that you're playing it, and then you won't. Zach says, I kind of want to try that organisation pattern next project. It's very helpful, but it takes a bit of getting used to, because it means that you have to sit and work out what should go in a folder and how to group them together. Domain-driven design is a whole discipline of people that sit down and think, well, okay, what objects do you have and how do they connect to each other? Which is a complicated thing. Any downsides I've found with it? No. It's the answer. None whatsoever. You do have to sit and think about how you group things together, but by doing so, you actually solve some problems. I had a lot of problems where I was mixing language between the claw that's on the physical clomper and the claw wheels that you move inside the clomper. I had real trouble with that, and I had bugs because I was getting them mixed up. But as soon as I called them different things, put them in separate folders, then I realised that they were two separate things, and it all flowed much more easily. Also allows you to a certain extent to work out where you should be doing tight coupling and where you should be doing loose coupling, but that is for a different day, I think. Yes, do go and watch the video, Zach. I explain it with a lot more clarity because I was writing scripts back then. Memory leaks for the win. Thank you, Kilted. Yes, I like to think so. I think I've just got a few more. And Rob's off. Oh, got to jump. Cat needs feeding. Got to get back to it. Well, it's lovely to have you in. I'll speak to you in Discord, no doubt. Thank you very much. Kilted says, bug hunts. Nice man. Keep stabbing it. I'm just not going to give up, mate. I just don't do that. Des says, DDD is way harder than you think. It kind of is. It's extremely hard. I've found when you have an existing system and you're trying to retrofit the concepts onto it, that is massively difficult. Especially if you know the concepts will be good overall, because you're turning it from horizontal layers of front end, main API, database layer to vertical layers. Domain-driven design allows you to almost work out where the microservice boundaries are going to be, but I'm not going into that. You know what I mean, Darren. I know you do. You've been there. Zach, good to know. Thanks. Yeah, so it's a much better one. And naming things, yeah, especially if the expert that you have doesn't know what things are called either. Or you're just naming things on the fly, or you're inventing something completely new and there is no domain. That's an issue. Okay, so here on the client, and I go into photo mode on the client, and I can still see the other one. Now, interestingly, oh yeah, and the other ones can still be seen as well. That's good. So if I come out of photo mode, I'm back as well. Super, but I can't see my own body. That's the main thing. I don't want to be able to see 2 green pills in photo mode. That looks like that's fixed it. Right, let's also check it in the host. because the host is ever so slightly finicky. It's a bit different. Host looks good. I can't see the host body. The host body makes it sound a bit body snatchers. So there you go. The host body is still there, but in photo mode here on the left hand side with there we go. It's gone. That bug is dead, and we're both back. Lovely. I love a fixed bug. Although now there is probably, now there's not going to be anything in here about memory leaks, but I bet there's still two running. Oh, there's still two running. Right, I'm going to show you how to look at memory leaks in Unity now, because there is a way. And not all of the information is always put through onto the console. You have to be a bit more specific with that. But I bet there's something. If we remove all the info messages and just look at these, I wonder if there is anything in here that says, "Oh, you've got some sort of a memory leak." Or if we run it inside, let me just kill off those two hanging instances. That is not great. What's running on the .NET host? That's curious. I know I'm not running a host on this machine, am I? Don't know. It's probably me. Right, let's run it up inside here and see if, when it's running inside the editor, whether we can see that. Let's pop over to chat while that's running over. Kilted says, I should be doing this in a Scottish accent, sir, but everyone will think I'm Scottish because it's that good. Kind of why I like the idea of SharePoint first time I heard of it. Mind you, I said I like the idea. SharePoint as an idea is excellent until someone starts programming on it. Sticking metadata on stuff and then everything can live in a large bucket and you just filter views seem great. No, I completely agree. That's the kind of thing you have to get very disciplined about very quickly. So yeah, that's definitely a thing. Des says, sounds like attached properties and dependency properties and all that fun stuff. Yes, possibly. I don't know if I'm just doing something a bit silly. So if I now quit out, right, now it's getting there's an exception here, but this is not the memory leak. This is what this will be doing is, yeah, this instance here is being just shut down before anything else. So when the game shuts down, the order in which the objects are disposed of is a little bit random. So the only thing you do there is, boring old. If it's not null, then don't put things on the same line. I've never done that. Go away. Cool. Okay. That's fine. It's just the order in which that singleton shutting down is different. If I encapsulated it a bit more, then I could take that away, but not convinced. Convinced that's a good idea. Righty, so that's that one done, but that is not the memory leak. There is another place one can go. Let me see if I can find this such that I don't give too much away. Oh, hang on a minute. Saves, no. Oh, saves. That be it? Robland Games, Clumper. There we go. So, when you're using Unity, you have a player log. And the player log, let's just pop it in here. Inconsistent line endings. That is the least of my problems. Don't show this dialogue ever again. I don't give a monkey's. Git'll fix it. Right. Okay. So here we are. I can just about hear my headphones going in the background. There we go. So here we go. This is the full player log, and a lot of it will mimic the stuff that I'm actually writing to the UI. So if I come back into Unity, which is over here, and I can't, it's cleared it because I'm a fool. But it would write the same messages, but here I've got full debug information written on, and I reckon if we come down to the bottom, it's going to, oh, look at this, leak detected. Right, I wonder if this is me or if this is something else. So to debug, run the app with diag job temporary meet validation command line argument. To output the constant delete allocations. This is fun. I've never done this before. Is this a good idea to do on a stream? It's one way to find out. We'll do this from inside here because it'll be easier. I think that's where the build is. Yes, that looks right. Let's pop over into chat. Titan Lord of Peace on YouTube says, if only you could solve real life memory issues this easily. I forgot people's names way too easily. I'm much the same. I'm much the same. Unless people have a distinctive accent or they look a particular way. Des, I'm not talking about you. I'm not talking about you. But otherwise I just like think, oh yeah, I've worked with that person from somewhere. But if they had a distinctive accent, Des, then they're much easier to remember. Think of it as a compliment. Kilted says, Q Bilbo shouted, I'm going on an adventure as you go on a bug hunt. This is definitely an adventure because I really haven't done this before. But let's figure out how. Unity is telling me this. Oh, player connection is interesting. Okay, that's not as in the player. That will be as in the Unity player. Okay, enabled. Oh, I've got to. Enabled with stack trace. Snack trace. Oh, wouldn't that be good? Snack trace. Brilliant name for a product. If you want to create a product which looks after your diet, snack trace, especially for techies, that would be brilliant. Let's just run up. Right, so this should be the debug build because it's building next to the code. Whereas the release builds get put a completely different place. And I use Z because I'm edgy. So let's try this then. What? It's not recognised. Oh, of course. Sorry. Yeah, of course it wouldn't be. There we go. Off it goes. Let's find out. I wonder if we actually have to do anything or whether we can just come in new. Now the player log behind probably will update. Or maybe it won't on this. It might not tail on this one. Do I have a look? VS Code. Are you even coding if you don't have 3 things open at once? Yeah. There's another problem that I'm going to come back to in a minute. But I won't explain to this one just now because that's a bit of a nasty thing. So, let's go into here, open recent, and should be there. There we go. No, that's the downloads. That's not the up-to-date one. Let's get the up-to-date one. Player log. Right. So this will have been overwritten when I reopen Unity, and we can see that by coming down to the bottom. There's a lot of things. Oh, so we got our messages here with all of the stack, which is lovely. Right. So now, when we quit out, I think it doesn't have to do anything else. So if I go quit, it closes. So it's just whinging at me. This is all my stuff. Whoa, hello. Found one leak from here. It's going to be not in my stuff, isn't it? What? Not surprising, really, because all of my C#, not only is it perfect, but it's all managed. So I wouldn't expect there to be a memory leak from my code. But I might be doing something silly, which would then cause Unity to have a bit of a mare. This is beautiful, though. Look at all of this. It goes on forever. You could get lost in it. How does it really go on forever? Oh my goodness, look how much there is. Right, okay. Yeah, this is why it wouldn't close properly. Des asks, do I have a distinctive accent? You tell me, mate. Yeah, you tell me. Have I... Oh, I just have to pause for a moment. One moment, please. I'm just going to say night-night to my daughter. 1 second. Be right back. 2 minutes. I was muted. I've just realised. Even flashes red on the bottom of the microphone. You'd think I would have spotted that. Thank you, all of those pointing out my stupidity. There are no channel redeems to draw attention. Ah, yes, Kilted. My channel is set up in the most basic possible way. I didn't even know how to ban someone until I was told kindly earlier. So there we go. But now I do. I could ban Kilted. The power. No, not going to. Not going. Banning you, sir, would not make you go away. In the kindest way. Yes, one step at a time. Yes, thank you. This is very professional. Thank you very much, everyone. I am a professional. Anyway, we're looking at what on earth is going on in here. Right. I wonder if we can work out what it is I might have done that might be causing this to happen. Or is it just going to be a case of update your packages? Sometimes it will make it go away. But I've never seen this kind of level of detail before. So I'm fascinated by it. So let's see if we can work out a little bit about what's going on in here. See which bit of my code might be causing it. I'm also, another thing I can do is if I search for Clomper, well, that's not going to be helpful, is it? Thanks. It's in the burst. So it's the Unity render pipeline that's making it go sideways, and we can tell that because it says it all over the place. So indirect buffer. Now I'm not sure if I've switched on something I haven't. So now I am using a render mode. So you can see, right, this might tell us where the problem is. This might tell us. Okay, so over in Unity here, if I come back into the top level, and I've got this universal render pipelines asset, which is the render pipeline, shows us all the details about all the stuff that I've got switched on. And the one that I'm using, there it is. So I'm using forward plus. Now forward rendering is where it just does everything once, really. It's the simplest one. Forward is what you would use. See, I thought I'd be using deferred. So forward is the simplest form of rendering, and means that certain things to do with transparency is a bit costly, and it has to make lots of simplifications, like the number of lights that you can have in the scene is less. Forward plus allows you to do a bit more. It's a bit like saying, oh God, that's a bit bright on there. Forward plus is a bit like saying, well, we're going to reduce the number of restrictions, but we appreciate you're probably not going to be on a mobile phone. Fine. But I would have thought, but deferred means that it can use more complicated paths through the graphics card and build up deferred. But what's weird is I'm not using deferred, and yet it's talking about indirect buffers, and I thought that means it's deferred. Maybe not. But this looks very much like it's Unity's problem, not mine. And which I think the only answer to this is I'm just scanning through to see if there's anything that might be mine. If there's anything that might be mine in here, but no, I don't think there is. It's all Unity. The other thing this is another slight issue, is that I always use my surname as the top level, and that's fine until you're dealing with language libraries. Then it's not so useful. But here you can see that it's all in the top, and then it goes sideways about here. So garbage collector, disposing of graphics buffer. Again, this doesn't look like me. Oh, hang on. Oh, UI disable. Oh, that is me. That's interesting, but that shouldn't be it. That's the input manager. That's for like capturing keys and the mouse movements and stuff. That's nothing. What? Why would that call it? Please use compute. I'm not using compute buffer anywhere. Where am I doing that? I'm not doing that. This is a Unity thing. I mean, that is a me thing. Ooh. I mean, I'm going to have a look at this one because that is me. That is me, so that's something I can look at. Actions, and it's the... Ooh, that's the generated one. Again, that is Unity. That's not me. Yeah, that's the one that Unity auto-generates from the UI. Okay, that needs an update. I'm not going to worry too much about that. I'm going to just have to... I'm going to have to update packages, which I'm not going to do now. That's fine. I can hunt that one down. Let's leave that alone. Goodbye. There you go. The bug has gone. That's it. That's how it works. If you just move it from one monitor to another, bug's gone. Brilliant. So, Kilted, you have a lingering effect you do in the most delightful way. We would have it no other way. Dude, it could also be one of those invalidate caches clean rebuild project scenarios. Yes, that's a good point. I'm just going to make that as a note. Pretend it's mine. Quest. I had a bug for this. Yeah. Yeah. I'll add that in. Yeah. I think if I updated the packages, it would also invalidate the cache. But it would be good to know if that was it. Yeah, I'll have a look. No, I don't think it would be photo mode that would do this. There's a fair shout, but I don't think it's that. Delete all files, Kilted. Well, we do like to say at work that deleted code is debugged code. My first in command, he deletes quite a lot of our code. It's a slightly alarming way. But it's fine, usually. Kilted's got to bounce early bedtimes these days. Been fun hanging out for a bit. Oh, good luck with the hunt. Cheers for streaming. Oh, thanks very much, Kilted. I will see you again. Oh, yes, I will. Powerful binoculars. And Sam D, welcome. As long as it's not the prod build, it's fine, right? Yeah, that's the thing. It is. It's also in the prod build because I spotted this when I was alpha testing this with my son recently, where I quitted the game, but then it was Steam was still saying game's still running. But it's like, where is it? There is no game, and it's because of this memory leak issue. I'm not going to report anything to Unity until I get everything on the latest version and up to date. Otherwise, it's just wasting their time, really. They may have already fixed it. There's no point raising stuff in old stuff. Cool. So we just fixed the bug. This is me not being able to type in the evening. Cool. So what I'm going to do is the bug that we are fixing at the moment is this one over here. Photo mode hides other players. And we're going to say photo mode keeps other players. Oh, my ability to type has gone somewhat sideways. And this fixes AO2. Goodbye. What? What? You did not add them. Why are you not adding them? They're staged. I told you to add them. Oh, it's because I'm in the wrong folder. It's fine. I've used Git before, honest. And then we'll just commit it again because they've been empty in the last one. And then I'll push that up. And then magically over here, it's going to move it from in progress to done. Ooh, go on. Yay! And now we can choose the next one. Right. It's the simple things that keep me entertained. It's very simple. If anyone has any questions, by the way, do pop them in the chat. I'll do my best to answer them. Although quite often I don't know either. Right. Oh, this one's a fun one. Okay. This one's a chuckle. This one makes me laugh. I'm doing something a bit silly with animations. So I imagine... I don't know if anyone else finds this. Anyone else, game devs out there, that every time I try and do any animations, I have to relearn how the animation system works. I'm going to cheat in some pipes because that's how I roll. There's no point spending lots of time laying them all down. There we go. They're all back in. Now this over here is the unfortunately named grinder. Now if I put 2 of these in here, then the second one stretches. You see that? Let's get some more scrap in here because it's funny if there's more. The easiest way to scrap in at the moment, because I've broken another thing, is to let's use the claw. Here we go. We're going to grab you, scrap. Down goes the grabber. It's like a claw machine, except with this one you actually pick up the stuff that you want to pick up. All right, Bernie, what are you doing? Come over here. Come on. Come on. You got to have a sit down. Rest yourself, Bernie. Lovely. The name of that fire sprite does amuse me. Right, and down goes the lift. Hopefully it'll fill up with scrap and come back up. Otherwise, I've got another bug. There we go. Cool, let's move some of this over. Just pop that down there. We're going to just stuff that over there. And stuff this over there. Right. So if I put 1 in, then that's fine. If I put another one in straight after it, it gets much bigger. And if I put the next one in after it, it gets even bigger. So there's something funky going on with the order in which I'm setting the scale on that particular animation. So let's see if I can find it. So if I go to the grinder, because everything is named correctly. Oh yes, there we go. Click that. There's the, why isn't it showing me? There we go. So there we go. There's the grinder. And oh, actually, to make my life a bit easier, before we do that, let's duplicate the random scrap that I've got in here. Let's just duplicate those 2. Therefore, I have a bit more for testing. They'll need to be moved a bit, otherwise they'll spring. That's it. Just move those. I mean, this is what? What do I want? I want overlays. That one. And then we move over here. Cool. I mean, they're all floating, so that's all going to fall every time, but that's fine. We're only in there for testing. Cool. So this is the grinder over here. The grinder has on it animation controller, which is here. Like that. Doesn't do very much. Doesn't do much. It starts, stops, it's on. And then there's the damage stuff, which that's not the problem here. So it's actually, this isn't the right animation controller. This is the animation controller for the actual grinder itself, which is the wheels. We want the one for the anchor. I said anchor. I can feel you thinking. There we go. Anchor grinding. This is the one. And that's the animation that we want. I'm getting lots of red down here. It's a bit concerning. I don't think that's me. I'll figure that one out another time. So, anchor grinding in here. What? Oh, do I have to actually select the anchor? This is the bit I just cannot remember how any of this works. So if we come in here and no, I don't want the con, I want the grinder. And scrap anchor. Now we can see it all. Right. And it's this scale here. So I wonder... right. Okay. So that might be why. Okay. All right. Before I go on to... Let's check the chat. Peter, hey, deleting code works all the time. There was a bug annoying me, so I just removed the entire feature. You know, if you don't need the feature and it's causing you grief, just get shot of it. I had the pot here in Clomper, where you were going to pick stuff up, put it in the pot, and then the pot would move it around. Because for some reason I was obsessed with this idea that you had to see it physically happen. But in the end, it was just horrendously complicated. So I killed it off. and I was quite sad because I spent a couple of weeks trying to make it work. It was just too complicated. Lecholab, house chores completed. Good night. Goodbye, bugs. Thank you for coming, Lecholab. It's lovely to see you. Lovely to see you. So, what I think is happening here. Oh, hello. Don't put any new ones in. Is that it's getting to the end of its animation there, and its scale is back to 1, but it's actually doing a bit more after. But that's not scale. Interesting. Because what this does is, this anchor, scrap anchor, what it does is it moves. I should be able to, oh, I'm moving the wrong bit. Nope, do that. There we go. So what it does is, you put a piece of scrap and it attaches the scrap to this empty transform. And as the animation plays, it goes down into that, moves in, and at the same time, it changes its scale. So the scale starts at 1, and then the Y scale, it's sort of supposed to scrunch down like that, and then all the way down to 0. Boop, down there, or very small, not quite 0. That's fine, and then it stays at that all the way up until the end. Now, what I think is happening is that something is getting attached to it before it's started to grind. So I think that's grinding finished, and then I need to reset it. Let's see what happens in these methods here. Back on into code, on grinding finished. Let's close everything off first. Don't need this stuff. Not playing with photo mode now. On grinding finished. Right, this is the method. Yeah, this is a thing that annoys me a little bit. This is a Unity thing. You don't get this nonsense in other engines. Whereas as far as Visual Studio is concerned, nothing is using on grinding finished. Nothing is using it, except it is being used. It's being called by this animation here. So it's actually being used there. But Visual Studio has no concept of that, because the coupling between Unity and Visual Studio is so loose, there's no way to say it. Now, Rider might be better. Every time I try and use Rider, there are things in it that make me go, so I have to stop. But yes, that's just a minor moan. It's like, come on, Unity, you can do better than this. You can tightly integrate. You know that this is being used. It does it elsewhere. So, for example, you can come in here and you can say, look, this asset reference, show me what's using it. Oh, the scrap anchor is. Of course it is. So, it's just a minor quibble. I shouldn't grumble, really. Now, could this be... There's something going. Maybe if I pause it and then I run it, maybe that might help. If I pause it, I can see what's going on. Yes. Seeing what's going on, definitely a good idea. Let's see if I can figure out why are you taking so long to reload the domain? Hello? Oh, we had our first crash of the evening. Have you crashed? No. You had me there, Unity. You had me for a minute. Lovely. We've got all of our lovely scrap here. And let's just put the pipes in. Boof. Right, lovely. Okay, we'll turn on the grinder. Actually, it might help if we move this one just out of the way for a second. We don't want it accidentally going in there. Okay, so what's pause again? I have used this before, honest. No tooltip on the pause? Not great, is it? See, it does disappear rather fast. Oop, right. Okay. Now, if we come back in here onto scrap anchor, scrap anchor's halfway through. You can see that it is actually all the way behind here, And that has now worked. That's okay. It won't be updating the position when I move this, so that's okay. Because I don't think I'm parenting it. Oh, now I have messed it up. Oh yes, because I didn't let it go finished. So that is actually sort of working. Ah, the jitter is making it. There is a little jitter, that's intended. And then boop. Just play it through to the end. It's just going to loop now. I've messed with it and now it's not working. Let's try again. Let's run up. Shouldn't need to reload the domain. Don't reload the domain. Here we go, and we're going to run it through again. Let's get some pipes in here. Super. I'm not massively keen of this particular pipe network. I mean, it's all right. It's not the best one I've ever done. Need to adjust that a bit, I think. Right, let's get this one going. Let's see if I can reproduce this. But I might need to put some console messages in. Right, get in there. Right, there you go. That's done it. What is it doing there? That's just weird. Okay, now, it has attached it. And the scale is now a 4 point whatnot. That's quite a lot, really, isn't it? Do we need to attach this? Can we not just move it in the old-fashioned way of, as I used to call it, soft parenting, where you just set the scale and position rotation of another object? Why would it be like that? Okay, we need some logging in here. Now, normally I would attach the debugger, but if you attach the debugger, you can get yourself into a bit of bother. With animations, because they sort of play on. Okay. Oh, that's another point. Ugh, this is old. No. We're in properly old code here now. Why is that protected? That doesn't need to be protected. Be private, surely. Was that network variable need to be protected? Possibly. Oh, okay, fair enough. That's why I made it that lowercase. Fine. There's better ways to do that now, but not for now. Okay, so this is the bit where it goes and gets the thing that's going to be grinded. It says, don't ask for anything else, and then it does the grind on this. Grinders should be... Ooh, there's more than one thing. Interesting. Okay, that's fine. So let's do the scrap, because that's the one we're doing with. Sets it to kilowatt, sets the local position to 0. Okay, so there we go. There it sets the parent, which is good. That's the right one to do, because we want it to be set to the parent. We want the local position set to 0. Do we also want... perhaps... we want the local rotation set to the same as... And we want local scale. Oh, it's managed. That's the danger. That's the danger of this autocomplete. Because on one hand, that is probably correct, but on the other hand, I'm thinking, I only know that that's correct because that's what I was about to type in. What if I didn't really know and I was just vibe coding, to use a slightly dodgy phrase? So there we go. So once it's set to the parent, then it sets up. That actually might be more of a problem. This might go worse. Let's find out. Let's find out if it's actually worse. Could be. Might be. Let's find out. Zach over on Twitch. I love that I'm not the only one that gets distracted by random variable protection levels. Why did parsippy set this level? You're quite right, Zach. And I do that a lot. And it's normally because it evolves in stages rather than anything else. If I evolve a class and I change a few things, if I'm not having a top-down view of what it should all look like, then that's where I make the biggest mistakes. What? What? What is this doing? You should be playing. Play. There are some horrible things in here. Yeah. I disagree with that one, Unity. I'm allowed to set the linear velocity. Stop moaning at me. Yeah, these ones I've got to get rid of, though. That's not great. That's the Steam algorithm being a little bit too eager. Right. Let's now turn this on. There we go. And pop one in. Get the next one going. In you go. In you go. Get in there. Right. I think. Get in. Just shoving it all in. I don't know whether having them go in one by one is a great thing for now. It'll be alright. I think it gets quite complicated if I do more than one at a time. Or is it? What would I need for that? I need lots of scrap anchors. Possibly. But looks like I fixed it. I think that was it. Just needed the scale setting. I'm going to try again. See if I can break it again. So I have a QA at work, and I can hear him saying, "Yeah, but have you tried this?" Oh, Des, thank you for coming to hang out. It's been great to see you. Take care. I hope to see you again, Des. You take care, mate. I'll see you at a local group meetup or something, possibly. Now I'm getting out a bit more. Yeah, it's been great. Yeah. Yes, because I'll be affiliate by then, I'm sure. Take care, sir. Righty. Okay, let's bring the pipes in. And we'll turn it on, and then we'll see if we can get all of this nonsense. In we go. Get in there. Get in there. Get in there. Come on. Nice. Now, there's a fun thing that you can do with the grinder. I think that's fixed. Maybe I can find Bernie. Where's he gone? I hope he's not gone down in here. Where has he gone? There he is. You stuck yourself down there again, mate. What are you doing in there? Right. Come on, out you come. So if you get a fire sprite and you chuck them into the grinder gets broken. So you have to fix it. So that fixes the grinder, and now you can use it again. But if a fire sprite accidentally jumps in there, same thing. Right, that's superb. That's working. I wonder if it had something to do with the rotation. Okay. I'm happy with that. That'll do. That's that bug fixed. All right. Now we're gonna. This was actually just a note inside here, so I have to convert this to an issue. Call it. It's for Clumper. Assign it to myself, which is very strange. It was a bug. It's been a bug. It's been a bug for a very long time. We'll stick it on the alpha test milestone. That's cool. That's going to be 803. Come into here. Grab this. There's all those assets. The tile files have been changed for some reason. Okay. Anyway, what else has changed in here? Interesting. I don't think I really changed anything in those ones. Okay, that's fine. We're going to commit this. Scrap. Now, what we're doing. Why are we doing this? Why are we doing this? We're going to ensure that scrap has its transform reset before grinding. And this fixes 803. Job done. Boosh. Push it down. Job done. Right. Okay, have we got any others that are fun to do? Because it's getting left. Oh yeah, it's getting like, this is a nasty one as well. Right. Next bug. We're going to blow some stuff up now. Oh, you're not local anymore, Des. Oh well. That's sad to hear. Everyone's moving away. Ah, Lee, thank you. Hello, mate. I've been following this for ages. Love the concept. Thank you very much. Well, thank you for dropping in and saying hello. Much appreciated. Oh, I've left all the demo scrap. Let's get rid of this extra scrap. We don't really need to be making people's lives that easy. And we're going to say goodbye. Lovely. Yeah, well, hopefully I'll be streaming a bit more now that my life is a bit more predictable in the evenings. So I'll be able to see a bit more of this going on. All right, okay, super. So we're going to blow some stuff up. Let's damage everything. Right. Well, it hasn't damaged everything, is it? It did. What? It didn't damage this one. Damage all. And I mean it this time. No, all. I think it's not actually doing all for everything. There we go. Right, this is interesting. Because before, I couldn't see the repair on this one. And it's back. That is weird. That's really weird, because it was happening on the host and on the client. But the damage thing wasn't coming up. And the state of this clumper now is it's completely lost it. Look at this. What a complete mess. But that was that bug. The rear left rib could not be fixed. This one here. Let's try and force it. I witnessed this bug on the client and on the host. This is a very weird one. Oh, let's just go in here. Third left, but abdominal rib port side. Super. Let's damage it. Glad that still works. Good stuff. And yeah, it's... You can repair it. And you can repair the boilers and everything. Okay. I'm going to just not worry about that one for now. I'll leave it in the list and we'll give it another go when I do an alpha test across the network with Steam, because it could be a network thing. Okay. Right. Oh, here's another one. Nope. Right. We had a thing where this is... I'll reset because it's difficult. It's difficult to test anything when you've got these guys bouncing around. Hello. Off you go. Just shot off into the distance. I'm really sorry, but it is too much fun. Oh, this one here is having a nice sit. Is actually having a bit of a sit down. Right. Playing with the fire sprites is a bit too much fun, but sadly it does eat your life if you're not careful. Okay, so next one is the grinder was not being powered, but was still running. But I do wonder whether that might have been a side effect of something, the Steam algorithm. That could have been. Let's just double check to see if that is a thing. So the bug was that if I turn on the grinder here, and then I delete something like this one, it will keep running. Oh, it is working. It is happening. Look. Oh no, it stopped. That's just the end of the animation there. I turn it back on. It comes back on. If I delete a pipe, it eventually turns off. Oh, yeah. Could that have been what it was? No, it was completely... No, it was unpowered. No, it was completely unpowered and it was running for a long time. I think that was a Steam algorithm problem. I think that was Steam algorithm. That's not a bug anymore. It's fine. This is fine. Building pipes was not... Oh, I've just knocked something in there. Fine. Grind away. That's now working. Right. Here's an easy one. Easy one. Increase the starting resources. So I'm just going to create myself over here I'm going to create myself an issue. So the number of resources that you get when you begin a game, I set them up. spent a fair amount of time balancing this, but I think I might have been just a bit too mean. I might have been. So if we come into the inventory here, you can see the resources you got here in the top right hand corner, 650, and all the prices are down here, 25, 15, 5, and so forth. So as you build your pipe network, yada yada yada, and you have a lovely time building stuff up, and you come back in and you realise you've actually lost quite a lot of your resources. 650 is actually fine. You can play the game okay with that, but it's not really that much. So a few more. We discovered it's more fun if you have just a little bit more money to start off with. So that's what we're going to change. I'm just going to double check exactly what it's setting it as. Come on. 650. Okay. So a way to sort that out is to find 650 in the code, because I probably hard coded it. Yep. Well, that's interesting. There's a Steam API DLL size in there for Steamworks. That's quite interesting. All to do with the... Oh, that's interesting to see if it's been tampered with. Very basic. Right. So if it's a server, set it up. So let's put it up to 700 for the next playtest. Well, I could give it 750. Let's be generous. Let's be a generous person. That's nice and easy. Get status. Let's just. So why are we doing this? The commit message should be why. Why are we increasing it? We're increasing it because starting resources too few to be fun. And that fixes 804. What? Oh, I hate it when I do that. Commit minus amend. Let's come in here. Opens it up in this file here, and then I can say no. Fixes hash 804. Save that, kill that, close that, and then it's amended that. That's good stuff. And then we can push that up, and then the bug here becomes closed. Bing! It's easy as that. Easy as that. Pizza, well, thank you for coming, and have a lovely nap, and hope to see you again soon. Righty, now, are there any others? It's getting a bit late for me. Yeah, I think there are a whole bunch of my bugs that aren't really are more about the Steam bug that I haven't quite managed to hunt down. I think there might be to do with that, some really chunky errors. But there was one other thing I wanted to test, but this will be the last thing we test before the end of the evening. If I go to Windows, shall I run a build, or shall I just change my layout to just a game? Both. Let's do this. So there was an issue that I had where the clomper was running, when it was walking along, it was walking really oddly up a ramp, and it shouldn't have been doing that. I'm going to use the scene mode over there for the minute, just to make my life easier. Cheat the pipes in, and let's see what map we get. I hope we get a nice one. This is horrendous. Oh my goodness. Let's see what this looks like from outside. We come out, stop looking at the clomper. It's just attached. So this would be, I know it's ugly and basic, don't worry. It won't be ugly and basic forever. But that's a horrible crevasse. Oh, and I've seen horrors where the quest item has been placed down here in the middle of two ramps. So you've had to clomp all the way around the edge, all the way around over these two ramps to almost be back where you are at the starting point. It's This is hateful. Now, joyously, when I come to do the environment, I'm going to be hard coding a whole bunch of really nasty combinations for people to play with. So, let's unceremoniously, we're going to have to come back up here. Come back up. We go up through the floor. The coloured meshes, for those who are wondering, are biomes. So you have your hills biomes, you have your, I think green is default, black biome is for lots of crevasses, and then white is for hills, lots of hills. Each biome has other bits in it as well, but it's just a probability of them. Let's go closer. Right, I want to choose the clumper. This is the point where I actually need a bit more. Oh, layouts, okay, fine. Let's just go to my standard one. Bing, right. Now I have this little debug window, very handy little debug window here, where I get to select the clumper. And now we're going to just pull him over. We're going to, boop, there you go. Legs all trying to sort themselves out. Where are we supposed to be? Yeah, I think that's not great, but I don't hate it. It's because it's overreaching. Okay, back in the game display, we can now come down in here. Turned it off. Let's get it moving. There we go. And we're off. How are we building up heat? Heat is fine. Speed is fine. And here we go. It's going up the ramp. Now I'm going to wait until it's right towards the top. We give it a bit more oomph. The speed is not great. So what you can do is, if you don't want your clomper to clomp slowly, you can give it a bit more power. This is a great way to make things blow up as well. Now, because I've got all the pipes all joined together, they all add up. But it's not always the best way to organise yourself. You might want to try something a bit different. Right. Clomper's coming up here on the map. How fast are we going now? 5, that's better. Now, what I'm going to do is, go away. Don't want the panel. Go away. Hide. Don't want these things. Right. Why have you paused? Why have you paused? I have not paused you. There we go. Right, if you come up here to the top, where all of the angles are weird, so you've got, I might need to walk a bit further forward. I saw something really weird with the legs. Let's see if I can reproduce it. I bet I won't be able to. So the clomper's turning right on the top, and you can see that the feet are angling themselves correctly. And they weren't before. They were doing something quite weird. It's like I got it off by 90 degrees. So I had this kind of really sad and awkward kind of all at a weird angle. And I do expect them to go a bit weird when they're right on the edge. That's okay. I don't think that's too hateful. But yeah, it's fine if it's like that. That's okay. And then it sets itself correctly. It wasn't doing that before. It would sort of half remember what it was doing. Oh, the heat's building up in here now. You can tell because the fog is starting to change colour. Just noticed that the vignette is also looking a bit dirty on there. Not sure I love that. Oh, is it just a facet? No, it is looking a bit dirty. I might have to adjust that. But yeah, over on this side, looks like, yeah, it looks fine. I think when I was messing around with the legs before, I think I might have fixed it. That looks okay. I think that's turning all right. What do you think? I think that looks fine. I mean, the whole movement is slightly janky because the body moves first and then the legs kind of catch up. And that was just the procedural way in which I've done it. But it's not right. It might change in the future. But it's one of those things that most people won't see it, because when you're playing the game, unless you're using photo mode, which is fair enough. Some people would like to use that. What you normally do is you see things from in here, inside the periscope. This is how you see the outside world. You won't have the ability to use the photo mode and everything. Oh, what have I done there? Oh, yes, that was a feature I put in. So yeah, that looks good. I'm quite happy with that. Well, I think I'm gonna. Do you have a release plan for this? Kickstarter, publisher? That's a great question, Lee. My release plan first is Evolving Demo, and what that is, it's a term that I'm stealing from Thomas Saller, who made Bulwark and Falconer, both great games. So I'm a big fan of his. And what he did with Bulwark is he created a demo which was pretty much the whole game. It didn't have all the content, but my goodness, it was pretty much all there. And then he took feedback from the community and he changed the demo, and he kept adding to the demo. And that worked really well. If you've got a really nice community who give great feedback, which I'm really fortunate to have, then I can get away with doing this evolving demo. If you don't have a great community, I think it'll be the first time people see your game, so evolving it will be difficult. But I can't hide. I've been putting devlogs up for 5 years, so there's nowhere to hide. So once I have the demo out, the demo will be pretty much all the game that you see now. Everything that you see now will be in the demo, be playable. But there's a whole bunch of stuff where that I want to do next, which will be going towards the main release. But it'll be on Steam, and then I'll look at the other ones. The reason it's only on Steam at the moment is because it's the only networking API that I've put in apart from LAN, which is kind of for free. It's the easy one. So that's the plan. How much time? Oh, hello. Yeah, I think things are going to go bang in a moment. Oh, is Bernie panicking? It's all right, don't panic. It's just everything's going to go bang. Probably. Or are they all just working really hard? I think they're just working really hard. They're right on the limit of going bang. Oh no, that one might actually go. So yes, that's my release plan. Evolving demo, and then after that I'll just put it up for download. But I need to know exactly. There's the first bang. I need to know exactly how much is too much content, how much is not enough. If there are any other game modes, there's a game mode that I want to put in where the world is constantly falling away and you have to run away from the world dying behind you, which should be hilarious. It's like running away from a wall of lava or something. So that I think that'll be fun. But I need more people to play it before I get anywhere near that. So everyone will get a chance to play the demo. The demo has got loads. It's probably got 2 hours, 3 hours worth of play in it, I should think. Oh, hello, Bernie. You're right. So yes, I'm going to be finishing up there. Thank you so much, everyone, for coming along to the stream on YouTube and on Twitch. Lovely to see some friends come in. It's really buoyed me up, and I hope to do lots more of these now that my life at home has calmed down a little bit. Oh, sorry, Lee, you had another question. Let me just do that one. Are you not seeking any money to work on this full time? No, I really love my day job, Lee. I'm not looking to give it up. So if it becomes a wild success, then I have an amazingly difficult decision to make. But this is a wonderful hobby, and I'm delighted to be able to do it. But my day job's just brilliant. So I love building healthcare software. So I'm going to keep doing that for as much as I can, I think. But yeah, great question. Thank you. And thank you all for coming. I hope you're all well. Take care of yourselves all. And I shall see you next time. Toodles. Bye-bye.